guys, welcome back to another episode of my Philadelphia Union Football Manager 2019 Let's Play. And we've had a busy off seasons and a lot of trades and a lot of transfers going on. So let me start from the top with Kasper Przybylko. We traded Przybylko away. He was unhappy with his lack of playing time, so we traded him away to Sporting Kansas City for $1.7 million in general allocation money. We also traded Jack Elliott since he was taking up a international slot. Traded him away to Real Salt Lake for $150K in general allocation money. Now this is probably definitely the biggest of our off-season trades. We picked up Hector Villalba from Atlanta United, and I did use my draft picks in the past MLS draft, but I wasn't really impressed with the prospects. So basically did what Ernst Tanner decided to do in real life and just punt the draft for all of next year. I gave him first round for 2020, second, first in 2022, basically all my 2020 draft picks and a couple of 2022 thrown in there, along with $4 million in general allocation and $50K in targeted. But yeah, Hector Villalba is going to be a big part of our strategy in the upcoming season, and as we push to try and get the North American Champions League trophy. So moving on, picked up Patrick Mullins from Columbus. He was transfer listed. Basically, just a backup striker, someone that we can rotate into the team. Decent technical attributes, pretty good mentals. Not too crazy about his physicals, but he's already wanted by Colorado. Anyway, so we gave up a second and a fourth round pick, along with $350 in general allocation. Now moving on to the transfers. So let's start with the outs. Fabian Herbers left on a free to Sacramento. Jake McGuire left for Indy 11. And Marcus Epps and John McCarthy were picked up in the expansion draft. It looks like they traded out McCarthy to Portland. And Marcus Epps going to Real Salt Lake. And also, funny enough, since we picked up Victor Villalba, Villalba's stats are ridiculous compared to David Accam's. So I decided to let David Accam go for $1.5 million to Henan Jaya, which is Borik Dochkow's old team. So David Accam will be united with his old teammate. And now for the ends. That's right. We have brought Austin Trusty back on loan for the season, back from PSG. This is more of a, I guess, dynamic type of... Well, thinking of team dynamics, I wanted to bring Austin Trusty back so we can play with McKenzie for another season, and also gives us more depth at the position. So for the 3 draft picks, so picking up this player, this was what I used with the first pick overall. I picked him up thinking that Keegan Rosenberry was going to be leaving, and he would fight with Mbaizo for the starting right back position. However, for some reason, no team wants Keegan Rosenberry right now. I'll talk more about that in a second. But also, this was the 5th pick in the draft. I picked up Michael Martinez. He has pretty good technical stats for a 21-year-old. Mental's not too bad. He has 13 determination, but he's unambitious. I'm hoping a little mentorship can help change that. Also, just pretty much just a depth signing. Hopefully he can develop into a 2.5 star player potentially. But picked up Luis Parker in the 2nd round. He was like the 48th overall pick, so I'm not really expecting much out of him. And now I'm going to go to some of our bigger signings. I'll start with our second striker. We're playing a 2-striker formation, by the way. Lauren, picked him up from Real Hispalis in the Spanish First Division, and he looks pretty solid at the striker position. We're playing him as a deep lying forward in our formation, along with Juan Agudelo, and I got big expectations for him. Next is Dodi from a Brazilian 2nd Division team. I don't know what team that is. I've never seen it before. However, he will be fighting for minutes against Tokle Sigersi along this season. And since we're playing in the Champions League, I wanted to get more quality and depth, and he was available for $600K, I think it was. 600K from his 675K from his Brazilian team. And I think that he can turn out to be a great player for us down the line, and much quality depth from him. Also only 22 years old. Hopefully Bedoya can give him some mentorship. But probably the most exciting signing is Sivlesli and Lovu from South American team Maritzburg United. 13 caps for the South African national team. And he's got some pretty good stats. 16 acceleration, 16 pace. And again, he'll be switching in and out with Fafa Pico on the left side. Again, going for quality and depth with the Champions League upcoming. So, with that being settled, this is the lineup that we are going with. We're changing our style a little bit. So before we were a very possession-based team, going with the 4-2-3-1. But here I'm going with more of a 4-4-2 style. I know it says 4-2-4 wide, but since we have two quality wingers, and also we have Ilsinho and Fafa Pico, I decided to go with a wing play style formation, and also the other potential formations that we could go with. Now this one is going to be more of a defensive shape when we want to park the bus. Probably will come in handy against some of the Mexican teams in the later rounds of the North American Champions League. But so far during preseason, I'm feeling pretty good about this formation. And it looks like our familiarity is pretty much where it needs to be. So for competitions, we are playing the Montreal Impact in the North American Champions League. So for the beginning of the series, for this season, I'm going to be showing North American Champions League games until we're knocked out, basically. So each episode's basically going to be both legs. Well, if we get it out of the first round. So I won't be showing really any MLS games for the first few episodes, probably, of this season. But pretty much our focus is going to be the Champions League early on. And all right, let's get on to the first leg against Montreal. Okay, so we're only allowed to have 7 subs, obviously. So Patrick Mullins, Fafa Pico, Tokle, Mbaizo, Matt Real. I don't think he's fit yet. We'll bring in... Who do we have? We'll bring on Derek Jones for Matt Real. Martinez. Oh, also I forgot to mention, we do have a future transfer. I'm having a Dimitrevsky. He's a Macedonian goalkeeper, and he has a 5-star potential. It's been a while since I actually signed him, and I think he's some real quality. Not to just be the backup for Andre Blake, but also to potentially take the starting spot in the future. I did get some interest from Andre Blake last season, and I think that he can be he can come in and take that role, and he will be joining us the 9th of July of this season. But I'm still looking for a backup goalkeeper in the meantime. I'm putting in a lot of inquiries for backup goalkeepers. For some reason, I can't send any of these players out on loan to Bethlehem. So a few players that you see down here will be loaned out. All right. It looks good enough. Let's go on with the first game of the season. Okay, can adapt to any situation. Alright, and let's begin the first game of the season. Rosenberry with the long throw-in. Oh, I forgot to mention about Rosenberry. For some reason, no team has any interest in him. I literally can't give him away. However, once I do get some interest for him, and Lovu with his first goal of the season on his debut for the Philadelphia Union scores a goal in the 10th minute. I got a good feeling about this new formation. Get creative. But yeah, there's absolutely no interest in Rosenberry, and he actually got mad and made me promise that I won't trade him away. So, but the second I get some interest, I will be trading him away. Not a great first half, even though we are up 1-0. Not far from pleased. I don't think the performance is what I expected. It's still a new formation, but take off Bedoya. I'll bring on Derek Jones. And I'll leave it at that for now. Doty with the corner. And Juan Agudelo with his first goal of the season. And Doty with his first assist. And we are up 2-0 in the first leg of the first round of the Champions League. Jones gets fouled. Is this going to be a red? And he gets a red card. Who was that? Petty? Agudelo's taking my free kicks now? I don't think I set the free kick takers yet. I'll just go get creative. That seems to work. Another corner from Doty. And Lovu from the edge of the box, and he gets his second goal of the game. And Lovu is a DP player for me, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, Young doesn't need a player contract. And Villalba, I thought he was going to be my third DP, but for some reason he wasn't. I guess Atlanta bought down his contract. I'm still confused about that. But anyway, I only have 2 DPs right now. And I really don't know where to put the third DP at, since my team is I think my team's pretty stacked at the moment. If Lauren doesn't turn out the way I thought he would, I might try to deal him out midsummer and try to bring in a bigger DP striker. But it's been so hard to find a really good striker that wants to come to MLS. It hasn't been easy. Villalba up to Rosenberry with the overlap. And Juan Agudelo's second goal. 4-0 in the first leg. A much better second half from the team. I guess I'll bring on... Who else do I have? Nobody. I'll take off Doty, bring on Toclay, let him get some minutes. Even though it is junk time. Yeah. Sub out the core of my team. Since we do have MLS game in 3 days after the Montreal game. And it looks like that's going to be it. 4-0 after the first leg. No complaints here. Beautiful. And Lovu and Juan Agudelo both with a brace. Two days. Alright. Hammered by Philadelphia, and Lovu makes a debut. Alright, so what I'm about to do, guys, I'm going to play FC Dallas off camera, and then I'm going to go to the second leg. Well, actually, yeah, I'm going to play the second leg for you guys, just to show that we're more than I don't want to jinx it, but more than likely we're advancing to the next round. Yeah, and I'll see you guys for the second portion. Hey guys, welcome back, and a quick recap on the game that I played in between. So we lost 1-0 to FC Dallas in the home opener. Michael Barrios getting the only goal. We didn't look that bad. We pretty much dominated in possession and dominated in every other stat line, but we just couldn't get one past them. But yeah, for the second leg of this Champions League game, I'm going to be putting Oliver Mbaizo in a right back, Matt Real at left back, just so they can get their match fitness up. Matt Real's coming off an injury, so I want to get him some playing time so he can get back into that starting role. I want to put Evra's already on the bench, all right. Trusty McKenzie, Matt Real, Warren Creval, so I'm playing more of a, basically just parking the bus in this game. Got Warren Creval as the anchor man, Bedoya in the box-to-box, Doughty the deep-lying playmaker, and Lovu and Villalba on the wings, and Juan Agudelo as the lone striker. So I think I have this set to counter. I don't expect. Just being rested. We'll go cautious. And get creative always seems to work. Yeah. So as long as we don't lose 4-0, we're fine. Doughty passes back to Blake. Blake launches it down to Villalba. Villalba heads it forward, and Agudelo can't get to it. Out to Vargas. Bedoya. Creval. Doughty. Passes it to Villalba. Villalba relays it to Mbaizo. Back to Villalba. Back to Mbaizo. Agudelo takes it, and he misses. Tighten up. Pretty much just playing defense this entire game. Would be reassuring to just get one, just to snag one goal, but not everything's perfect. If we go into halftime, nothing, I feel pretty safe. Concentrate. Does anything work when I'm in a defensive formation? And it looks like we will go into halftime, nothing. Perfect. Okay. Who do I want to put in? Biala's not having a great game. I'll let Fafa play the second half. Just cause I want him to get some playing time. And I'll bring in Derek Jones for Bedoya. Actually, no. How do I do that? Bedoya. I'll bring on Derek Jones for Creval. All right. Let's try no pressure. And Bizo down to Doty. Doty passes it to Pico. Pico takes the shot. And the goalkeeper saves it. Concentrate? No. Encourage? I don't know. Alright, the shutout's still intact. Alright, not going to show the corner. That's a good sign. So we're in the 80th minute. This is probably one of the most boring games I've recorded so far, by far. This looks like it's just going to be the end of the game highlight. And we are moving on to the next round of the Champions League. Perfect. Yeah, we're moving on to the next round. I'm not going to... Okay, and when is the draw? Oh, playing Sporting. Why are we playing all these MLS teams in the Champions League? It's kind of annoying me. Saprisse. Oh, Saprisse haven't played NYCFC yet for the second leg. So let's see, no. Alright. Well, anyway, guys, we are playing Sporting Kansas City in the next round of the Champions League. So, for the next episode would be both those legs. Maybe I'll do New York City in the middle, or New York Red Bulls in the middle. But yeah, I'll see you guys for the next episode against Sporting Kansas City in the quarterfinal of the Champions League. And yeah, I'll see you guys then.